What goes up must come down. So when you fire a gun in the air, a bullet has to go somewhere. If it lands on a 7-year-old's head, what happens? It's a rhetorical question, meaning that you don't need to answer, but I'm giving you something to think about, that what goes up must come down.
Judgment's sprung, in and out, the verdict swung. Oouchie Car Watch, we've just begun. Oouchie Car Watch, we're on the scene. Truths unravel, and what does it mean?
Page 3, there are 3 co-defendants.
Okay.
Gallegos, come on up. Jamero, come on up. And Garcia, Chris, come on up.
Are any of you here with parents today?
No, sir.
None of you came with any parents.
No, sir.
Mr. Gallegos, you were charged with discharging a firearm. Who's Gallegos?
Right here, sir.
Mr. Gallegos, you were charged with discharging a firearm in a metropolitan area. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. Are you Mr. Gamero?
That's me.
Mr. Gamero, you were charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. Mr. Garcia, you were also charged with discharging a firearm in a metropolitan area. All of you are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You each have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
On January 12th, 2025, the officer observed 4 males in dark clothing forming a circle and discharging several high caliber weapons into the air while on patrol behind a residential neighborhood in Harris County, Texas. The officer observed 2 males run towards Muscatine Street and 2 males flee towards Garber Lane, where the officer remained stationary. The officer identified the second male apprehended as defendant Gamero, 18 years old, who was found in possession of a Glock handgun tucked into his waistband. Defendant Gamero admitted that he and a co-defendant, a 14-year-old juvenile, had been firing an AR-15 and a Glock along with 2 other males who fled with a second AR pistol, and the other 2 males were apprehended, one of which was defendant Gallegos, 17 years old. Defendant Gallegos confirmed the other male's identity and stated the weapon had been passed around among 4 individuals and that all were involved in shooting them, and that the AR was purchased from an unknown individual in the street. The 4th male was identified as defendant Garcia, 17 years old. Defendant Garcia admitted to firing all 3 seized weapons, and defendant Garcia was observed disposing of an AR-15 and surrendering.
Gentlemen, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with each of your cases, and I am ordering you as the condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. How old are each of you? How old are you, sir?
17.
How old are you?
17.
How old are you?
I too.
What do you do with yourselves?
Well, I just be at the home with my girlfriend.
Did you graduate from high school?
No, sir.
We're going to work on that. Did you graduate from high school?
No, sir.
I'm so great.
Yeah.
Are you currently enrolled in school?
No, I had dropped out, but
Okay, not anymore.
this
We're going to work on that. What's your situation?
I'm currently enrolling in school because I just left and
No. Are you enrolled or
No,
are you
sir.
not? Okay, we're
Current.
going to work on that as well. Did you graduate? We're going to work on it. The first thing I'm going to tell each of you is that you are not to smoke any weed. I'm sending you each for a test right now because I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. If there's something in your system, you will get a pass today. But I'm giving you notice now that you will be retested in 45 days. And if I find that you continue to use, I'm going to put you in jail. I don't know if you're using, but if you are, it stops today. And if you stop today, in 45 days, you will be clean. If you continue to use, you're going to end up staying with me. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
What goes up must come down. So when you fire a gun in the air, a bullet has to go somewhere. If it lands on a 7-year-old's head, what happens? It's a rhetorical question, meaning that you don't need to answer, but I'm giving you something to think about, that what goes up must come down. What goes down will ricochet. And if it ricochets into a person, someone's going to get charged with that murder. Do you understand?
Yes,
There
sir.
are proper places to do these things. That's what you do. As far as I'm concerned now, none of you are to be in possession of any weapons whatsoever. Don't worry about filing any conditions because each of them are going to be honored.
Yes, Judge.
I will provide each of you guys a lawyer today. And I'm going to send you for a test. You must come back. If you fail to go test, if you fail to come back, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, take a seat for me, please.
Right this way.
Or I'm going to have you sign resets and then we'll have you take a seat.
Chris? Please, come on up.
Morning,
Judge.
Will.
How are you?
Yeah. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Judge.
Manuel Worthy, you were charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You were facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On January 8th, 2025, the officer responded to a DPS agent who stated he was following the defendant's vehicle and needed assistance on a traffic stop after the DPS agent was conducting surveillance on an unrelated case. The DPS agent provided a description of the defendant's vehicle, and the officer observed the defendant's vehicle failing to a signal lane change, along with the vehicle's third brake light being out. A traffic stop was conducted, and the officer made contact with the defendant. The officer observed a strong odor of marijuana, and the defendant was asked to step out of the vehicle, and the defendant stated there was nothing illegal inside the vehicle. The officer located a cigar filled with a green leafy substance known to be marijuana based on training experience with a weight of 0.09 grams or 0.032 ounces. A PC search of the vehicle was conducted, and the officer located a unholstered black handgun inside a backpack in the back seat.
If I may, Your Honor, briefly.
Sure.
Bit unusual. I think the DPS officer, he calls, needs help with the traffic stop. He doesn't state any traffic violations or any
He
reason.
does though. Sure he does.
The DPS officer that dispatches says, hey, I'm doing surveillance on this case, on another case. I need help with a traffic stop. He doesn't tell him any traffic violations at all.
And that is true, Your Honor. The officer said he needed assistance, and the officer that was called for assistance is the one who observed the vehicle fail to signal.
So the person that came,
The person that came in response to the DPS agent calling in assistance.
We just don't know why he needs an assist with the traffic stop at all. He says, hey, come basically pull
because
this.
he's doing something else, I'm assuming, right? Isn't that, he's investigating someone else?
Yeah, but I don't understand why he's telling another officer to pull this guy over. He doesn't give him a reason to do so. And we have videos available on this and I've watched them.
Even so, the officer that pulls him over still sees violations though, right? If he had not seen violations, I may have an issue.
Right.
But nevertheless, he still sees issues. I mean,
I understand that, Judge. My issue, and this may not be a thing for PC. I've watched the videos. There's no failure to signal a lane change and you only need 2 brake lights in Texas. I don't know what this third brake light thing is. We can have a suppression hearing later on it. I just want to bring it to the court's attention at the PC determination. I mean, he says, hey, pull this guy.
you're telling me that there's no PC and one of the issues is because he really does signal a lane change. I'm all here. I'm ready to see it. If you have it, I'm ready to see it. You know, I mean, there's no sense in delaying the inevitable. If there's no probable cause, there's no probable cause. I mean, let's tee it up. I mean, it's only 10 o'clock, right? So
There's a moment. to
of
review.
course,
Yes, Judge.
absolutely.
Okay.
But understand, I want to, let me finish PC with
Understand.
everyone, give Alex a moment to also look so he can be prepared.
Gotcha.
We'll come back, we'll take a look. In the meantime, show me the provision that says you only need 2 red lights as well.
Okay.
Show me the money and then we'll do it.
Yeah, Judge.
Happy,
Thank you.
you know?
All right, cool.
Take a seat for me in the jury box. You're on probation. You've now, no.
He was, yeah, he.
Did they file a motion or no?
They filed a motion. He was taken in last time.
So let's do probable cause and then we'll do it.
Okay, thanks, Judge.
Will,
Guys, you ready to talk about that case, Worthy? With the stop issue? Is that right?
oh, yeah, come on. So Tell me.
A review of the body cam, we did see the failed signal. In addition, we did see the high mounted brake light out, which is a third brake light. And under the Texas code, section 547.3215, the federal vehicle equipment safety standards are adopted. And federal regulation 49 CFR 571.108 requires a high mounted rear brake light. And because that was out, that is
But
the.
not all cars have that.
But
Well,
So are you telling me now every single car has to have that third mounted brake light?
it requires any multi-purpose passenger vehicle, which in this case it was a sedan. So in this case, it is a passenger vehicle. So it has to have, and you can see on the body cam, Your Honor, you can see the high mounted brake light. That's not, well,
And I would point out, sure, it requires the
I don't,
vehicle
no,
to
no, no,
have.
no, but did you really see that there's no turn signal?
there's no turn signal and
I would like to see that.
yeah, we can see that it's,
Can you show him what you saw, please?
oh, yeah, because you can pull up the video faster than I can.
We have the video ready.
Oh, okay. Time stamped at 0.08. It's. You can-
So you're gonna see the vehicle come into view at a distance right there, and he comes across 2 lanes without signaling.
Bro, you can,
You can, come on, Will, you can.
show the judge that,
Yeah,
because
we
you can't.
we
you
can
can't
step to
see
the
that.
back and you can see
I
it
don't think
cut
that's
across.
him.
There's no way.
There's no way that's him, because
But-
he's already in the furthest right lane by the time that,
No, you
in
can see
2
him, you
seconds
can see him
later.
going across to his right, a lane without any signal in addition to that brake light as you continue the video.
Would you like to see, Judge?
Sure. Let me see.
You will see it.
Which car?
It's a, may I, Your Honor, go up there and point it out?
The truck.
No, it's the gray sedan. The gray sedan come up.
Oh, it hasn't come up.
You won't see it until after the law enforcement goes over the hill on the highway.
It looks like he's going pretty fast, huh?
No.
No.
No, we're just.
There is.
So when you go, I mean, the law is such that you're always supposed to signal, right? And I mean, even if you're going in that turn,
Well,
I mean, were the lights on at that point or no?
yes, the lights were. The lights were on as soon as he gets up to the back of my client's vehicle before he makes that turn, they just shake lights. And the state is saying that there was an unsignaled lane change fire.
How do you know the lights are on?
Pardon?
How do you know?
There's a sound cage on, you can hear it.
Yeah, and he's correct that after, but before that, there's an unsignaled lane change as.
Yeah, well, I was hoping to see an unsignaled lane change before they even pulled them.
There is, Your Honor, it just,
Show me that.
He said
yeah,
it
it's
was
a freeway, Your Honor. And-
Show me. I didn't see it.
Yeah, well, if I could, I can point out his vehicle.
Yeah. Show me, because that's what I was looking for and I didn't see it.
Your Honor, if I may step around, so I can.
Go, please, come on. Don't be shy.
So it's small, it's at a distance, but you'll see the vehicle come into view momentarily. It's right there. That's the defendant's
That's
vehicle.
him?
That's the defendant's vehicle. Let me go back a little
There's
bit.
no way to tell it's vehicles.
Because
No,
you can
there's
continue,
no-
no, and you can continue seeing it.
Can you not make it, you should be able to like,
I'm sorry, if we're gonna do crosstalk like this, we can just set this to an MAJ hearing or a formal motion to suppress, and that can be up on the big screen. We can have more structure to an argument, and we don't have to have 3 people arguing about it, here. That's a personal handheld device.
Yes, Judge. And that's
I guess you want to set it for a formal probable cause
Well,
hearing?
you know, he's on an MAJ out of this court, we just have the MAJ. So it's a preponderance standard, they can challenge any motion to suppress they want to, or they can urge any motion to suppress they want.
This is for the new case though, right? This
It
is
is
not for the
It's for the
MAJ.
new case.
It's for the new case.
Yeah, and the UCW.
UCW, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he's got a pending MAJ in this court for an evading arrest.
right, but because of this,
Right, so this would have to be proved about that hearing anyway.
Right, but I mean, I'm not gonna revoke if there's no PC to go here.
Right, I'm just saying if we're going
So-
to be here, having three attorneys talk about a handheld device on the screen where it can't be seen, we might as well just set it for a whole hearing and then we can put the whole video up on the screen.
I'm down. You wanna do it for
Well, that's what-
beginning of next week?
Before suggested that there's gonna be.
I didn't realize it was gonna be this
Yeah, I just.
labor intensive, so to speak, you know?
It's turning into like a big argument. If the video is clear enough to determine probable cause, then that's fine. I'm just saying if this is gonna.
I'm having to squint. So that's why, but let's set it for a formal one. Next week, whatever you want. No?
I mean, whatever the court wants.
It doesn't matter to
I mean,
me.
but on the. I would like to do it now if we can, just annually, but we're in court. I mean, it's the first 8 seconds of the. The car is so far on, there's no way. The state's gonna point out a minuscule car, hundreds of yards away, I can't see what lane it's in.
It's the same.
There, and then the officer continues going in that direction. It's the same vehicle.
Is it that one way over there?
It's
It's this one, right?
the one going right at that time. It was going right, then the officer continues in that direction, follow the vehicle.
Can we see it right here? Which one is it?
So it's not right here, it's
How does he even see that?
because as he's coming around the corner, you see it right there, that vehicle right there going right.
Oh, that was cool how you did that.
Yeah, I don't know how I just got it.
That's great. That's it.
So yeah, as
That's
he's coming
it.
around the corner, yeah, so he's coming around. And then that vehicle going all the way across with no light and then
Look.
Can't tell what lane he's in.
No. Come here, Will. Look.
He's trying to.
He hit something that made it like really big.
Hey, Alex, you can fix everything. No.
You can see him, he's like, hey, he's cutting off to try to kind of make, you know?
So is that a finding of PC?
Yeah.
Okay, we need to address bond conditions then, back to where we were here in the first.
Come up, Mr. Worthy. Can you see if he has a driver's license, please?
It's all blurred on it.
Okay. You're not allowed to drive unless you have also car insurance. Do you understand?
I have liability.
Okay, good. Don't pick up a third case. If you pick up another case, holy moly, I'm just gonna lose it. Do you understand? Don't. No, you're not supposed to have weapons. No drugs, no alcohol. Did you say there was an odor of marijuana here?
Yes, Judge, a strong odor of marijuana.
Okay, I will test you 45 days from today. If you test positive again for marijuana, I'm going to lock you up. Do you understand? No more smoking weed. So let's set this off 45 to 50 days. His appearance is required. He will get another test on that day. If he's clean, we'll just continue him and then just goes normal. If he's test positive, get ready. You hold the keys. Do you understand?
Sir.
Okay. All right,
Yes.
guys. Thanks. Good morning, Mr. Sarmiento.
Ese señor Sarmiento.
You
Bien, señor Sarmiento.
Buenos días.
were charged with criminal trespass. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine.
Dólares de
We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney appointed if you cannot afford one.
multa, si no puede cobrar una.
Yes, Judge.
I'm going to go slow.
Yes, Judge.
Más escuchen.
On January 5th, 2025, the officer became aware of a stolen vehicle via a flock alert. The flock alert was for a listed stolen blue Hyundai. The officer checked the vehicle's license plate and observed the vehicle stolen as of December 21st, 2024. The officer observed the vehicle turning northbound onto East Tex Freeway, taking the ramp heading north on East Tex Freeway, and ran the license plate, confirming the vehicle to be stolen. A traffic stop was initiated. The officer announced themselves as HPD while giving command to turn off the vehicle and place hands out of the vehicle. The defendant, the front passenger, was the last to exit the vehicle, and the officer made contact with the complainant, and the complainant stated he did not know the defendant, did not give the defendant authorization to operate the vehicle.
What?
So they found the stolen vehicle, Your Honor.
How does he know that it was stolen?
And Your Honor, there's no need for him to know this vehicle. There's no requirement he knows, only that he's in the vehicle without permission from the owner. And the owner said he does not have.
How does he even know that the person driving stole the car?
Well, he doesn't know the defendant. He doesn't know, he didn't say he know he stole it. He just didn't know him, did not get permission.
You're telling me that he's in a car, he doesn't know the driver? And
Right, the complainant just said that in regard, he did not know the defendant, did not give.
I understand that, I get that, but, so he's he's a passenger in the car and they charge him with criminal trespass. And in the DIMS, it says that he doesn't even know the driver. So how would he even know that the car is stolen? How do they know each other? How, I'm beside myself. I don't. When a criminal trespass requires some kind of like notice that, hey, man, you know,
So the trespass was the driver driving into the area and he was this kind of.
he's the passenger, right? I would assume that the driver got charged with UUMV.
Let me see what he got charged with.
If you tell me no, I'm gonna lose it. Really?
Yes, Judge, UMB.
Okay. But the problem is that like, how would he know that the car is stolen? Right? You got to give me something that, it's a specific intent crime. You have to, you know, there's got to, in my opinion, you've got to somehow know that the car is stolen. And
Your Honor, first, I guess to get to that, he was in a relationship with the defendant who was in the vehicle, and there were signs of damage to the vehicle that the officer articulated, saying that there was. One moment.
a scratch on the hood.
Signs of theft that would lead a reasonable person to believe the vehicle was stolen, as the steering column was broken in a manner that only a screwdriver could turn the vehicle on, and the screwdriver was tagged into the evidence. So there was damage from a screwdriver in the vehicle indicating that it was stolen, and this defendant was in a relationship with the driver of the vehicle. And then furthermore.
Did you just tell me that they didn't know each other?
No, the complainant does not know the defendant.
Oh, okay. I thought you also said that the driver and.
No, Your Honor, and it may be misunderstanding because of me, but it's the complainant saying he does not know this defendant and did not give permission to the defendant to operate the vehicle.
So there is enough there that a reasonable person would believe
That
he's in a stolen car.
Stolen, yes.
So the steering column, was it?
was broken, and the officer said that in a manner only a screwdriver could turn the vehicle on.
See, I don't know, you know, because when I was young and dumb and 17, and, you know, my friend had a CJ7, you know, you ever been in those Jeeps that are just jalopy Jeeps, right?
Yes,
They
yes.
always broke down. They always had a problem. We always, you know, Jimmy rigged it as well, you know?
In this case, Judge, I believe there would be enough for PC because we have a vehicle with evidence of breaking into the vehicle with that damaged steering column.
I've been in vehicles like that before.
And we furthermore have a complainant saying he doesn't know the defendant in the vehicle.
That makes no difference to me.
That goes to the element of without, for the criminal trespass, it goes to the, with, knowledge that it was,
Nah, I'm not, no, I'm sorry. I'm gonna find no probable cause. I'm sorry. Be careful. When you hang with dogs, you get fleas. I don't know what your status is in this world, if you're in this country with permission. But if you go to jail and you're not in this country with permission and you spend any kind of 4+ hours in there, immigration will put a detainer on you and you will be stuck like Chuck in there until you get shipped to immigration. So live like a halo, especially if you're not well documented in this country. Go ahead, take a seat for me, sir. You are Mr. Simon Fournier.
Yes, see,
Yes.
We're charged with theft. You are facing up to a year in jail. I'm sorry, up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. If you do not have a lawyer, if you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On January 11th, 2025, the officer responded to a Walmart in regard to a theft. The officer made contact with the complainant, and the complainant observed the defendant at a self-checkout with a large amount of groceries. The complainant observed the defendant failed to scan every item in the cart. The defendant was confronted on 2 separate occasions during the checkout process. The defendant was told how to scan items properly, and the defendant failed a 3rd time to scan items properly. The defendant completed the transaction and had unpurchased items past all points of sale, and the total was $184.48.
Sir, I'm going to find that there's enough probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to go to any Walmart. If you violate this condition, I'm going to put you in jail. I don't know what your immigration status in this country is, but if you're not in this country with permission and you go to jail and immigration finds you, they will put a detainer on you and you will be stuck in there until this case is over with and then shipped off to immigration. Behave yourself, otherwise I'm going to lock you up. Do you understand?
yes.
Yes.
You have the ability to hire a lawyer.
Sí, me lo ponen
Yeah.
aquí.
Yes, can you give
Do you
me
want to
one
apply
free?
for a lawyer?
¿Quieres aplicar por un abogado de oficio?
Y yo puedo hablar.
Can I speak?
No,
No.
but you can have a lawyer if you want one.
Él puede tener un abogado si desea uno.
Sí,
Yes.
You need a lawyer.
Necesita un abogado.
sí.
Yes.
Okay. I need you to fill out an application for me. I'll have you sign a wreath of Victoria. Wait, we're not done. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions prohibiting you from going to any Walmart.
Entiéndolo.
Do you understand?
Walmart. ¿Usted lo entiende?
Now you're done. Yeah.
I have one that, about bond and that.
Who is it?
Yours even?
Page 27.
Can you bring out? We have Miss Warziba.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How's jail?
It sucks.
Great. It's supposed to. Not supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
Problem is every time we give you a bond, you have like little wings. You take flight.
I don't take flight. It's just, okay, so.
Okay,
to
you
be-
don't, technically, you don't show up.
To be real with you, my transmission on my car literally did break down last time. And this time I made sure everything.
Patas. Take a bus. Phone a friend.
Well, where I live, it didn't have a bus route, but I do have Uber already already scheduled. So there's no chance that I'm missing bond. Like, there's no reason why I would even miss anything.
Shame on, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me thrice, what is it? You've taken off on me 3 different times and you want me to give you a 4th bond? Really?
I want to prove myself to you.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. Like, I have what it takes.
And Judge, I'll say, I have her information. I have information of, her boyfriend and some other people. And my office will hound her, will call her and make sure that she's
I'm
there.
all about giving people multiple chances, but I've already given you 3. At some point, I have to say when, because if I don't, then I've done it 3 times. You and I have had this conversation before. The last time I let you out, we had the same conversation we're having now.
Yeah, I know, but literally, I'm done, like, this is it, like, I don't wanna see myself back here, Judge, like, I don't wanna do this anymore, I don't. Like, I want to prove to you, I wanna prove to my family and myself, this is it, like, I don't wanna do this anymore, I have a kid, I have a job, I'm fully time employed, like, I don't wanna do this anymore, like, this is it for myself. And I'm speaking 100% just you and me.
I don't believe you've
Well,
sold me
prove it.
this. You've sold me the snake oil before, you know?
I've never actually got.
Sean, what I would like to do, and I agree with you that you can't keep doing what you're doing, especially if you have kids, because, you know, if you're a mother,
I just wanna come home,
that child needs you,
I know.
you know? Hey, where's mom? She's in jail.
I
You
don't
know?
want that to respond.
So what I would like to do, because this case has been open for a long time, perhaps do a TRAS. Let's see what they say, and we'll go from there. But, so I have clinicians on staff. They can tell me exactly how we need to head. They will interview you, see what's going on in your life, to find which fork in the road to take, how to take it. They may say, okay, let's get her to do outpatient treatment. They may say, let's get her to do inpatient
I
treatment.
don't,
They may say she needs no treatment.
I don't want to do that. Can I take the conviction? And I know what I'm looking at. I understand what I'm looking at.
I don't want to
I
say
understand what I'm
that.
looking at.
You need to talk with Sean about that.
So,
Okay, I have.
Your Honor,
I have.
just my concern. Look, I don't want to render an involuntary plea or anything like that as a result of her wanting to get out. Our conversation back there was for a decent amount of time, and I have no problem, like, absolutely hounding her to make sure it happens so that she can be here. And if she's not, that can be on me.
Sean, that's the 4th time. I'm not going to do it.
So if
I've done
it's,
it. We had the same conversation the last time we were here.
So if it's not in the arena of PR bond or anything like that,
Okay.
can there be a number assigned, a set bail amount that she
Can I-
want to make?
Can I
If,
do,
in the event that she could.
I
Can I do
will
this?
give you a bail reduction, of course. I will do something reasonable just hold on.
okay, but I can't make bond. I know for sure I cannot make bond right now. I know if I do the conviction, I know what I'm looking at next time, and it's a state jail felony, and I'm willing to take that. I'm willing to take all of that. I'm willing to take all of that. I need to get home to my kid, please, Judge, please. I know what I'm looking at. I know what I'm looking at.
I would think.
I'm comfortable with it. I'm
So-
comfortable with that theft charge on there. I know what it looks bad. I do. But I'm willing to take that right now to get home to my family.
Whatever you guys want.
Okay,
So
so
just, I mean, if you think this was tough, wait till you get upstairs in felony court. It gets so much worse.
No, there's not gonna be another,
If I had one strand of hair every time someone told me that,
and I get that.
I would look like Alex.
He has hair.
That's my point.
I don't get
Every
it.
time someone told me that excuse, if I had one strand of hair, I would look like Michael. Well, not like whatever you guys want to do, you know me. I can't, look, hey, I can't keep doing it. I have to show you that we mean business.
And I know I do, but let me show you that I mean business as well.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's do a deferred where it stays off your record. If she,
I want it on my record though. I want that on my record and I want to take that on. I do. I really do. No, I do.
so how about this, Judge? Me and her will talk.
but I would, just hear me out. Look, I don't want to keep you on paper forever. But if we were to do the TRAS and you do treatment,
I'd rather,
after, as soon as you're done with the treatment,
I'd
we'll
rather,
successfully terminate.
I'd rather take the sex, I'd rather take the sex conviction in all honesty. I'm comfortable with that. I know what I'm looking at.
Don't want to clean up?
I want the sex conviction. I do. I want to take that. I want to
Guys
take that
talking,
on.
let me know what you want to do, Sean.
So just for the record, so at this time, personal bond or reinstatement is off the table. And then, if a bond amount is set, what would
The
that
bond
amount?
set of 7503. So if you want something different, I'm happy to give it to you.
Okay.
Whatever, something reasonable, whatever it may be,
Okay.
Um,
We'll have our conversation.
you have the conversation. If you want to, you just got the appointment today, right?
Yes.
If you want to roll it to Monday for you to do your diligence, that's also a possibility. Whatever you guys want to do, you let me know.
Get it worked out.
Okay, thanks, Sean.
Thank you.
All right. You got to know, your record stands out for itself.
Yes,
No matter what your circumstance is, criminality is still criminality. Whatever you're doing, if you need anything, we can help you here. If you want it, we can give you whatever you need. If you want treatment, if you want a cell phone, if you want a tablet, if you want a place to sleep, if you want to eat, we have resources here that we can help you with. And for as long as I'm here, because who knows how long I'm going to be here, if you ever come back and if you ever want anything, I'll give it to you.
yes,
All
sir.
you have to do is ask. And I know that the thing is that, like, I get that you want to party, right? And
Not really, I just want to,
just listen,
but
I get it. That lifestyle is going to catch up with you
yeah,
because, life does not get easier the older you get. It gets difficult. You get
Yeah.
bigger, you get fatter, you get uglier, you lose hair. Life doesn't get easier.
time flies.
I want you to listen because you're thinking about what to say. You're not listening and internalizing what I'm trying to tell you, that it doesn't get easier. And I know that you want to get out there. You're ready to get there, go party and just what. If you don't have something, if you don't set yourself up with something, with a skill or some kind of trade or some kind of job or knowledge, you're going to end up lickety split at 50, at 60, destitute, alone, toothless, with no money on the street. Life doesn't get easier. And what you're doing now is you're only hosing yourself worse and worse. It's like we are watching you crumble. And I want to help you, but you just don't want it. And that's okay, because you can lead a horse to water, but you can't force him to drink. But it's gonna catch up with you.
Yeah.
Don't let it. I'm telling you, in a moment's notice, 10 years is gonna pass. And if you keep there,
Yeah, yes,
you're
sir.
charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. The agreement that you've worked is 9 days in jail, credit for the 7 days that you've done. You have to understand this now makes 2. On a third, you're looking at a state jail felony, minimum of 6 months in jail.
Yes, sir. This is it, though. I think this is the last time we see each other, for
Well,
sure.
it is, because
Oh, I know,
from
though.
now on, another case, you're going
Yeah.
upstairs to felony court. I'm not going to see you.
Yeah, gotcha.
But this is going to trail you for the rest of your life. Once you plead guilty, you can never take it off. You can never say, you know what? I should have done something else. That's so stupid. Are you sure you want to do this?
Sure.
You don't want to short deferred where we can make minimal conditions. It won't go on your record.
I'm positive I want to do
You are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, there's no changing this. If you ever want something, come back. I will help you as much as I can while I'm here. All you got to do is come back and ask for whatever it is. It is so much that if you want to change this, I have jurisdiction up to 30 days. If you come back, whatever you need.
I'll really put the into it for
How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. I'll follow the agreement. Good luck. Thank you. Sean, please.
Watch, we're on the scene. Truths unravel, and what does it mean? In the halls where stories clash, Oouchie court watch quick as a flash.